Top five, top five, top five.
Sometime we'll go back with another video. I'm Strange Wang. He is Nate today, doing top 5 post-credit scenes because it's summertime. Everything is getting a fucking post-credit scene. That's just how summer works. He'll tell you how our top 5s work, and then we'll get into it.
He's going to start with his 5 and 4. I'll give my 5 and 4, 3-2, 3-2. Then we trade off number ones. We also have something called the Zemeckis rules. Just means if we both have the same movie on our list, but one person has it 2 spots or higher, then we just talk about it once.
Number 5, total nostalgia pick, going to be Masters of the Universe. Skeletor comes out the water where He-Man knocked him into and killed him. And then it was like, as a kid, it's like, oh, holy crap, Skeletor's back. And I'm looking for the sequel that never got made. And now, every time I watch it for a guilty pleasure movie, I always wait till the end and I laugh because, like, those stupid bastards thought they were going to get a sequel from this shitty movie.
Yeah.
Like, Dolph Lundgren, he went to Rocky IV. You know how much money Dolph Lundgren would have been like, yeah, I'll be He-Man again for blank amount of money.
Yeah.
That's the whole budget.
Yeah.
Like,
no, seriously.
Like, nah. But I love it. It has that funny nostalgia-ness to it, so not a great one, though. Number 4 is going to be from X-Men Last Stand. Magneto realizing he still has his powers after his powers were taken away for a little bit. And that chess scene, just like, lovely. Magneto, such a interesting character on film and in the comic books that he's probably top 3 favorite comic book characters of all, top 5 for sure, but maybe top 3 favorite comic book characters of all time. He's so layered, and why he's the way he is makes total sense. And you just see this defeated man who lost his power, so in his mind he lost fucking everything, and he's playing chess, and he realizes he can move a chess piece, and he's like, that light bulb goes off in his head. It's like, that bad motherfucker's back, dog.
Yeah, boy.
But we never really got another X-Men movie.
Yeah. With
Magneto being the main villain, main source, so it didn't really go to anything. Another shitty movie, but phenomenal. That's probably the best scene in the movie.
Yeah, you're probably right.
So that's my 5 and my 4.
Nice. So my number 5 is my number 5 for 2 reasons. 1, I think it's a sweet scene. 2, because I was just determined to not have this list be nothing but superhero movies. So I limited myself to 1. And so my number 5 is the end credit scene of Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Because even though the second and third movie get really freaking like they just try to cram so much in too fast. I don't hate them. I liked them, but like
2's watchable, 3's trash.
If you really want to understand what the heck is going on, like it borderline requires multiple watches. But anyways, the end credit scene is Will coming back, seeing his family. You get to see they have the kid. The kid's older. And so I think it's nice to see that, even though I think that like it's really dumb that he had to become Davy Jones basically or whatever, you know, the love's still strong. He's still coming back. He's still a deadbeat dad because you only get to see your kid like once every 12 years or whatever it is. But like I enjoy it. So, and then my number 4.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You don't know if he's sending gold by a parrot. He may not be a deadbeat dad.
Pretty sure he like lives under the ocean.
Yeah, but he could.
By squid.
Yeah.
Squid mail.
Squidogram.
Snail mail.
Here's 10 gold pieces. Buy the baby some diapers.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. He could be. Who knows?
Give the guy more credit than that.
Well, you know, I don't want to be too presumptuous. Anyways, number 4 for me is the post-credit scene of Iron Man. Even though I'm so burnt out on superhero movies, and especially the MCU, I gotta give some credit where it's due, because the early MCU leading up to the Avengers and like the stuff after that there's some really, really good and interesting movies and great storytelling in there. So the end of Iron Man, even though he like initially rejects it, introducing Nick Fury, setting up that like, hey, we might not know if it's going to work yet, but we're going to try to do the Avengers, was pretty freaking dope. I was never like a huge comics person, but in terms of like, I didn't really read comics, but I thought the stories were super interesting, and I loved all of the TV shows or cartoons that I grew up watching that were based on comic book heroes. So I did a lot of Wikipediaing to like get caught up to speed on like what the Avengers were. Who is this Nick Fury guy? And it just like sparked something that I was really, really into for a very long time. So I appreciate it for that.
Yeah, I mean, if we really like comic book movies as much as we did 10 years ago, we could do a top 5. Easy now.
Yeah.
My number 3 is going to be 22 Jump Street.
It's my number 2.
The fucking montage of all the sequels coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarious.
Yeah, they're really funny.
It builds gimmicky, and it just gets more wild and ridiculous as it goes on.
Yeah.
And it's just a good smile. I didn't include photos. That's why The Hangover is in here.
Yeah.
Or like blooper reels. Because blooper reels could be a list all of its own.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck would watch top 5 blooper reels. So I don't think that video will ever come.
But they even do that like Toy Story. Like, you know, even animated movies. They took the time to freaking animate like bloopers. Like these toys are real actors. It's hilarious. But
that would probably count more than that.
Yeah.
But 22 Jump Street is a montage. It has stuff going on. It's kind of like a music video. That's the closest thing I could point it to, I guess.
Sort of, yeah.
Like, it's a bunch of teaser trailers.
Yeah.
Mashed
in. And, like,
in.
some of them are just the posters, but then some of them they actually give you, like, a scene from or something like that. My favorite part of it is, like, the one where they switch out Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill, because for the longest time in the early 2000s, everyone really did get the two of them, like, confused a lot, and they got compared a lot. And so Channing Tatum's, like, the only one that acknowledges it, and everyone else is like, nah, that's him. But then in the next one, Jonah Hill comes back, and he's just like, yeah, what contract dispute? It's like, so I think that's hilarious, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But
definitely a great one. And it's a sequel. Like, they were like, yeah, we're not doing these anymore. These fuckers are going to be way too old.
Yeah.
Have fun with this.
Right.
Good cap on the franchise. Number 2 is going to be the in-cut scene from X. And this one, no one really knew. I believe it's probably the first A24 post-credit scene.
I don't know.
Crazy bitch in this movie. She was young once. She was still crazy. Pearl, coming soon. You get this Wizard of Oz-esque feeling, vibe, after you just watch this horror movie about these porn actors being killed off by serial killers. And then you get like this Wizard of Oz-esque style cut in post-credit scene.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what? It makes you feel uncomfortable. And it's just like, what is he bringing to us next?
Yeah.
And for a post-credit scene leading to a sequel, that's its job. It's supposed to get you hyped. It's supposed to get you excited for what's to come. That's exactly what Ty West did. And it delivered. Pearl, great movie. Maxine, can't wait for it. That's my number 2.
Nice. So my number 3 is Monsters, Inc. So I love it because they do a callback basically to the actual movie, because they kind of almost get caught. And they're like, oh, we're rehearsing a scene from the upcoming company musical. And then they do the little they literally just make up, put that thing back where it came up, or so help me on the spot. But then they actually made the musical after that, which is hilarious to me, that in the middle of this adventure they're going to, probably Mike was like, you know what? That really would make a good musical. And then you get to see a little bit of it. And I think it's hilarious, mostly because it's animated, which is the same thing I was just talking about with Toy Story earlier, which means that the animators for this movie, aside from making a whole feature film, also took the time to just as well animate this like goofy nonsense. And it's really funny, and I appreciate it. And especially the fact that Sully just looks incredibly uncomfortable on the stage the entire time is great. So
I saw that on a bunch of lists.
yeah.
Didn't recall it.
What?
Number 1 for me, the goated one, Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Same. I don't necessarily know if I think it's goated, but it is number 1 on my list for a
Number
reason.
1.
Yeah.
He This is being Ferris Bueller to the max, taking a shower, like, what are you still doing here?
Yeah.
Go home.
Yeah.
The movie's over.
Mm-hmm.
Great classic. Almost put the Deadpool one on here too, but I felt like it was too much. Also great. That just sums up Ferris Bueller as a person, what that movie brings to the table, the self-awareness and everything.
Yeah.
It fits the character so fucking well. It's a beautiful cap on the end of that movie. And it's great.
Yeah. I think it is great. Yeah, I almost put the Deadpool one on mine as well, just because it's like, I don't know what the word that I'm looking for is, but Deadpool is the Deadpool one. They're making fun of the fact that people now expect an end credit scene at the end of every single superhero movie or franchise movie. So because they tell you what's coming next, and so they make fun of that. But then he doesn't really say anything, but he does like say that Cable's going to be in the next movie. So it's like they do it to make fun of it, but I feel like they also caved by still giving you something for the next movie. So people pleasers at heart. But Ferris Bueller, yeah, it's hilarious because it didn't do it on purpose, because end credit scenes were not a normal thing then, but he has a really good point. The movie's over. Why are you still here? And now we have to stay there because you don't want to be the one person, especially people who talk about movies on the internet, that doesn't know what the end credit scene was. And now we're trapped. So I think that has actually added value to the Ferris Bueller end scene in the long run, even though that wasn't their intention.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is super true to character. He's been talking to the audience the entire movie. Why not have him come out one last time and be like, go home, make some babies, like, get out of here,
do something with your life.
Yeah.
Somebody took that advice too literal, but that is our top 5 favorite post-credit scene. Make sure you stay to after the video for our post-credit scene. Scroll back up, hit the like button, share the video, and subscribe. Psych, I lied, there ain't no post-credit scene. Stupid.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.